Welcome to a week of my life. It's Monday, and today's my first day of Capstone. Kind of. It's MLK, so I technically have the day off, but I'm gonna get a couple hours of work in so that I can get a couple hours of work in. The first step to starting a new thing is create a folder, because as you can tell, my computer organization is really good. All right, it's official. I am gonna move my workstation downstairs. I'm gonna get a fire going. This is the current state of our fireplace. That's all ash, but it's been minus 20 all week. So we've had fires kind of going pretty consistently to just help take the edge off the heater. And also we wanna keep it warm in here because the flue gets really cold and then all the smoke comes back down, especially when it's minus 20 outside. So we haven't been able to let it cool off enough to clean. We'll just keep riding that. So I'm editing a vlog and I'm just giggling because my ergonomics are so bad. Like all I see is the back pain that I'm gonna have in 20 years. So we gotta work on that. So if you have watched any of my vlogs and also thought that, don't worry, I'm thinking the same thing. We're sweeping under the rug. That's a wrap on Monday, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Our coldest spell is gonna be over today. It's currently like 0 degrees, but we're gonna get up to 34, which is gonna feel like a sauna. So I'm very much looking forward to that. I have kind of a busy day. I'm gonna be out and about in the world. It's almost 7 o'clock, so let's go get a work on it. I am going to head out into the ever-thawing abyss because I have a friend to see, and then I'm planning to be back here by noon and start work on my capstone and spend the afternoon doing that. Well, wow, I'm a horrible vlogger. It is basically the end of the day. Good thing this is a week-long vlog, so I have time to redeem myself because it's only Tuesday, so that's good. I basically went and got coffee with a friend. I have literally spent the whole afternoon on my computer just kind of researching and digging into emails for my capstone, and that's probably what I'm gonna do this evening as well. We're cruising for a bruising, looking good, and now you're up to speed. Now you're with me at 3:48. Feel good. My quads are kind of sore. I might use a massage gun on those. I like when it goes. Okay, I'll do better. Thanks for being here. Dinner time. One of the best parts about just meal prepping chicken with basic seasoning is that you can still make whatever you're in the mood for. So we had some leftover kind of Asian-y chicken. I am not into her, so I'm gonna make just some pasta with some veggies on the side. So, you come here often? One thing that is absolutely essential to my functioning as a human being is knowing what's gonna happen tomorrow, today. Before I go to bed, especially during this capstone, I write my to-do list for the day. Here's Monday and Tuesdays, and then that's Wednesdays. And I double check my calendar so that I'm not surprised or accidentally missing anything. So let's click in to tomorrow, and I have a work block. I also have a doctor's appointment and my workout and work on the calendar. So everywhere that I have to be and time that I need to set aside is there. What I do during my work block goes in a paper planner right now. Sometimes it goes in my Notion, but this week it's a paper planner. Good morning, happy Wednesday, my friends. It's 7:42. I'm going to the doctor. I have a new patient appointment. Yay, healthcare. Did you see that? I closed the door as I was grabbing my milk out of the microwave and it slapped the jar. I'm making a chai tea, it's not going well. I water down my milk with boiling water, and then I add the tea. You do like 1, 2, I'm feeling frisky. Stir. Okay, let's actually get some work done now. We are going to have the chicken noodle soup for lunch. Jello chicken noodle soup casserole. Basically, I purchased and froze chicken noodle soup, and when it thawed, it didn't thaw into liquid again. So this is the last bowl of that, and I'm gonna eat it and I love it. While that cooks, I'll tell you how I feel absolutely incompetent all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know so much more than I used to know. I think part of it is that I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that know more or different things than I do. But I like have a friend that was kind of going through some stuff, and we were talking about the cranial nerves, and she's like, yeah, cranial nerve 3 and 4. I was like, ooh, I don't even know what part of the head those are going to. And then I was like, crap, that's like really important to know. But I also haven't been in a neuro setting in a long time, and so I just kind of forgot those little tidbits of information. And I'm sure as soon as I study them, they'll be right back in there. But it's just like, I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I know that I do know what I'm doing, but I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like if you asked me a question, I wouldn't know the answer, but that's not true. So I'm just gonna keep faking it till I make it, putting in the work to learn things that I don't feel confident in that are applicable. It's not easy to be learning everything and applying it all for the first time. If you feel like you don't know what you're doing, me too, you and me both. I'm making a rule for myself that I have to clean up the kitchen before I use the kitchen again. This rule won't last long, but one of my biggest weaknesses is doing dishes. So I'm gonna put you guys in the cabinet. I'm gonna get this bad boy tidied. It's really not bad. There's like 4 plates out, but I just like wouldn't put them away if I didn't have to, so. Does anyone else only live with one other person or no other people and the dishwasher is never full, but you're out of dishes? Jake doesn't like how I load the dishwasher, and I think it's fine. So I'm gonna show you guys. What would you change? Nothing? I mean, yeah, you move stuff around if you have like a better, but like this is perfect. This is a perfectly loaded dishwasher. There's nothing wrong with it. So Jake, when you're watching this, we'll know if you rearranged this dishwasher. This has been my obsession snack. I've had it every day for probably the past 2 weeks. It's sliced apple in a dipping sauce made with chia seeds, peanut butter, yogurt, and a little honey. Dippity dip together and dip the apple into it, and it's yummy, nutritious, and delicious. And for the sake of not having to do dishes, I use 1 spoon, and I go in the order of honey, peanut butter, and then yogurt, so that I don't cross-contaminate and I don't have to rinse the spoon in between. And that's on lazy. I have once again picked up a few hours of work babysitting because I want financial freedom one day, and so if I work a little bit now, I don't have to spend as much of my savings, which will help me in the future. I'm obviously not going to show you the kid. Good morning. I'm incredibly sleepy, so I'm getting a little work done before I do anything else today, just to be awake. I'm gonna put on my workout clothes. I am so exhausted. I'm not gonna plan to work out, but if that turns around, then my workout clothes will be on and I can get my run in. Life hack? I don't know. I need to eat breakfast, but I'm not in the mood for anything for breakfast. I could have some oats, but I need like lots of protein. So maybe I'll have some oats, bacon, I have hard-boiled eggs, and maybe an English muffin with like peanut butter and honey. Welcome to my thought process. I got this protein oatmeal from Trader Joe's a while ago, and I remember eating it and thinking it sucked. I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna put some apple in it this time. And if it sucks, I'm not gonna force myself to eat it. I think it's consumable. I might not like it. My egg fell off my tray. It's like that meatball. Lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. Boiled oats, sugar is the second ingredient, so I don't think we're doing much better here than in like the other 7 grams of added sugar. It's probably actually not that bad. Whey protein isolate and whey protein concentrate, and then cinnamon. Let's see. She's edible. Let me bring you guys up to speed on what my capstone is and why it's so boring to film. If you're not familiar with Doctor of Occupational Therapy programs, we do a capstone project, which is a culminating project where we kind of take our own direction and do something in the professional development world of occupational therapy. So it really can look like anything. I have friends that are in hospitals. I have friends working with clinics to do certain things, learning, just diving into their own interests. There are ACOT standards for it and a number of hours you have to get. And otherwise, as long as you're within that bubble, like you just get to follow your own passion. I'm working from home this week for my capstone. I am going to be helping a clinic set up 3D printing in their clinic, which will be very cool. But the first bits of it are I have to write a needs assessment. My needs assessment is going to be focused on determining the training and supports that they're going to need at the clinic. And so a lot of that is just research, reaching out to people and typing a lot of stuff. So it's a lot of computer time and waiting around and just kind of diving into research. I've started looking into kind of the basics of 3D printing because part of this is going to be I have to learn to 3D print in order to like create training materials for them to take and run with and use. So it'll be cool. 3D printing is a really awesome tool to decrease costs and just like customize things for patients, as well as like replace things throughout the clinic that might break, that might be hard. Like if you lose a game piece or whatever, you can just 3D print it. But this week is just a lot of tippy tapping on the computer for me. It's fine by me. Yes, this is what I'm doing again. Happy Friday. It's always happy when it's Friday. I am headed now to go interview students for my program. The way that we set up interviews is in your interview room, you have one faculty and one current student. So I'm one of those students. And then this afternoon we're working. I forgot to warm my car up. It's always the worst. I am also running late. So we're gonna do the right thing and wait for the car to be warmed up because I'm not that late. I'm just later than I wanted to be. But I have to be there at 11 and right now I think I'm gonna be there at like 10:45. That's not bad. Probably even closer to 10:30. So I'm not late. I do like to be on time because this is the kind of thing that like my professors are at. So it looks pretty bad if we show up late. Also, this is like it's like lip gloss. Not even lip gloss. It's like a chapstick, a tinted chapstick. And it's so moody. I love it. I love it. It's like not too much, but it's just enough that I'm just like, yeah, that's what goes on in my mind. When you were kids, did you used to blow into the cold air and pretend you were smoking? What was up with that? That was weird that we did that. No need for the radio. Let's get Spotify going. I'm in a rough state where my music has not changed. Like I listen to Taylor Swift, Noah Kahan, Modern Love, the 1975, Zach Bryan, Bryce Vine a little bit, the band Camino. Those are my frequently on rotation artists. I'm over it. I need something new, but that sounds exactly the same. This is my playlist from high school. Let's read the first couple songs to you so you can understand how much of a mess my music taste is. Glamorama by Bryce Vine, Raincoat by Time Flies with Shy Martin, Glorious, Macklemore, Back to You, Selena Gomez, Blame It on the Tetons by Modest Mouse, Star of the Show, Thomas Rhett, Rewind, Louis Vuitton, I assume that's how you say it, The Best You Had, Nina Nesbitt, Cassette, A-OK, that one's a bop. We're just we got the Chainsmokers, we got Eden, we have some underground, some overground, we put that bitch on shuffle. Yes, my shirt does say happier than a duck with bread. Yes, I've worn this before. Yes, you guys have commented saying, why does your shirt say happier than a duck with bread? I bought it in Spain back in the days where there was this era in European fashion where they would just put English shit on shirts and it didn't always, it like borderline made sense, but it never really was anything that should be said. And that is the era in which I bought this shirt. And I love it. It's my favorite t-shirt. I'm not confident that I did a fantastic job vlogging this week, but that's the thing about being new at something is there's room for improvement. So I'll be here for the next 13 weeks and they'll just get better.